things my family did. I am not the voices in my head. I am not the pieces of the broken.
Good morning, ladies, beautiful women, sisters. Welcome to another How You Doing Sis Embodied Movement workshop. So good to see everyone's faces. My name is Ehmandah Ramsey. I am your MC, your hostess with the mostest for today, bringing you in a beautiful event that we just love so much to bring to you guys quarterly. And I'm just so grateful to be here and to share this moment and this space with you today. Like I said, my name is Ehmandah Ramsey. I am your hostess for today. I'm also a coach, a creative, I'm a storyteller, and I am a sister and friend of How You Doing Sis. So happy to have you here today. I just want to run through a few things just to let you know some housekeeping, what today is going to look like, what to expect, and just to get you ready. So how you doing, sis? Welcome to Embodied Movement, led by Michelle Pasos. And grab a pen, a paper, a journal, a glass of water, a pillow, or a stack of blankets, and settle in. Today is a different day, you guys. I know this week may have been crazy. This month already has been crazy, but today is the day for you, right? It's a self-care day with our sisters. How You Doing, Sis is a community of BIPOC folks and folks who love us. This is a space for authenticity, collective healing, and joy. How You Doing, Sis workshops are made possible through donations from our partnerships with the nonprofit Social Justice Advocacy Project. SJAP serves the San Gabriel Valley and strives to provide empowerment tools for disenfranchised members of the community. Thank you guys so much for everyone that has donated to our beautiful community. You help us keep our programs going. They're very powerful and they're free to our community. So if you'd like to make a donation to How You Doing, Sis, we would love to take your donations and help us keep going. You can visit the link that's going to be in the chat. It's all tax deductible and it's for a better good, So this is a Zoom event today, guys. This is part 3 of our Embodied series. And the previous workshops are available free and available on YouTube. So check us out there. Follow us on all of our social media, Facebook and Instagram. So a few tips for today, guys. Please keep yourself muted and utilize the chat for any questions that may arise, because I'm sure some questions are going to arise, or even if you have comments, please use the chat box because we want to communicate with each other today. Our admin team will make sure we see them. Also, we would love to see your face. So I know some of you have your avatars up, and that's okay, but we would love to see your beautiful face. But make sure that if there's anything going on in the background that will be a distraction, please just go ahead and stop your video. We'll be doing a raffle today, as per usual. We have some amazing things. We have 3 swag bags will be available at the end of the event, handpicked for our workshop leader, Michelle. So please stay with us until the end. We only have 2 beautiful, amazing, sacred hours with each other. It's going to be well worth the stay. So here is a snapshot of today's program. Mindfulness led by Michelle, right? And then we'll also, mindfulness led by Ashley. And then we'll have our workshop with Michelle, and then we'll have breakout rooms to process and hold space for one another. Come back together, and then we'll share, and then we'll do our giveaway, and then we'll close out together. All right, so you guys ready? See your beautiful faces, yes. See some moms out there. So good to see everyone today. So I would like to welcome Ash. We love to call her Ash. Her name is Ashley Dennis. She is a certified 200-hour registered yoga teacher, currently expanding her skill set and understanding in advanced yoga teacher training. Excited about that. Bringing those 2 trainings together, 500 HYDS in May. Ashley is a passionate person. She's passionate about movement, mindfulness, and connection, inward and outward and upward. These grounding practices have been vital in cultivating a life of balance, presence, and joy for Ash. And she is honored and blessed to share these practices together today with us. So please welcome our sister, Ash.
Hey y'all, welcome. Like Amanda said, I am honored and blessed to be with you all today. And also, like Amanda said, this is a sacred time. So I want you to take a moment to acknowledge yourself and honor yourself for taking this time and carving out this space for yourself and for this time of mindfulness and dedication to not only yourself, but to your community. So when you get a chance, start to make your way into a seat that feels comfortable or sustainable. If that means your feet are planted onto the earth and you're on a couch, awesome. If that means sitting in a meditative seat with one foot in front of the other, that's awesome as well. No matter where you are, maybe you rock forward and backwards, and I invite you to actually keep your eyes open for this first moment. So taking a look around your space, just starting to get acquainted to your environment. Looking at things softly, loosely. Just starting to cultivate a sense of safety and understanding where you are. Maybe you look up, down, maybe even behind you. Start to trace your breath here as you look around. In through the nose and out of the mouth. And if you would like to, you can use this next exhale to shut down the eyes. If closing the eyes doesn't feel safe or comfortable this morning, you're more than welcome to set your gaze on an unmoving object instead. As we settle into this time and to this space, we begin to turn our attention to our bodies. As we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, softening the space in between your eyebrows. Maybe unclenching the jaw, relaxing your shoulders, and noticing the natural curves and bends of your spine. Observe where your body meets the earth or your seat. And can you notice those merging points? Tracing your breath in through the nose and a soft surrender out of the mouth. And again, in through the nose and out of the mouth. Maybe with each exhale, you notice this anchored weightiness in your body, this sense of grounding, of sustaining stillness. Allow yourself to settle here. And if and when the mind wanders, approach it with grace and simply return back to your breath. Allowing the thoughts to pass like clouds. Returning again back to your breath. Returning again back to yourself, back to home. We'll take a count of 5 with our breath here. We'll inhale for 1 and exhale 2. Just counting all the way up just to 5. Inhale 3. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 5. And let it all go. Completely bottoming out on your exhale, releasing every ounce of air from within you. And once you get to the end of your exhale, hold here. Embrace this depth. Take one more pause in the space between your exhale and your inhale. And then inhale, fill all the way back up. And let it all go. As we begin to cultivate even more of a sense of awareness, we'll take a short body scan, starting at the crown of the head, and gently, at a consistent pace, traveling down the body. Starting to trace all the way from the crown of the head down to the tip of your toes. At your own consistent pace, begin to recognize any sensations in the body. And if at any point your mind begins to wander, again, approach it with grace and guide your attention back to the body, back to your breath. And once you've reached the bottom to the tip of your toes, take a soft inhale in and a long exhale out. When you're ready, you can begin to invite some gentle movement into your body. Maybe that's brushing your thumbs against your fingertips, or wiggling your toes, maybe rolling your wrists or the ankles. Take as long as you need here to emerge from this sense of awareness, from this sense of connection. You can start to flutter open your eyes when you're ready. Letting your eyelids be soft. Maybe taking a glance around your room once more. With new eyes and new awareness. We'll take one deep breath in together. And a communal exhale of surrender. Welcome. You arrived.
Thank you so much, Ash, for the breathwork for today. As you can see, I have transitioned to the floor on my mat. And if you want to get in a comfortable place, this is the time to do it. We're going to begin our workshop portion with Michelle. So as we said earlier, grab a blanket, a stack of blankets or a pillow, grab your pen, paper, your journal, and grab a glass of water, and let's settle in. And I'm going to introduce our workshop leader for today. Today, our workshop leader is Michelle Pasos. Michelle is a mama of 3 little ones, founder and owner of United Yoga Studio. Michelle embodies her calling to love hard, listen compassionately, speak truth, fight for justice. As a Latina, Filipino American woman privileged to grow up in the suburbs and be educated, Michelle is passionate, utilizing her education and experiences with an aim to make yoga, health, and wellness accessible to all. She has worked with teen moms, boys and juvenile detention centers, college athletes, postpartum moms, corporate workspaces, officers, and children, teaching movement, breath work, and mindfulness. Her strength is cultivating community and developing leaders. Michelle sees her radical self love journey as an ongoing practice, discipline, and an eager to share it with you. And she's going to share it with us today. So please welcome Michelle.
Hey everyone, can you hear me okay? Thumbs up, awesome. Yay, I'm so excited and a little bit nervous to be here. This is what I do on a regular, but today's just so special and it's so different and a little bit outside of what I normally do. And so yeah, it's good nerves. I'm really looking forward to spending this time together. Before I get started, I always like to clear the space and remind you that although I am a teacher, I am a facilitator. And so this space is really, it is always so special. These circles that we come into, and especially with women, are so empowering because of you showing up. And so you being here today and contributing and going all out and being vulnerable really is what's going to make it so magical. And I'm just here along for the ride and to guide you through. So just a little reminder to acknowledge yourself for showing up. And I wanted to also say that my intention for you is to give yourself permission to move freely and to really open up your mind, your body, your spirit to the power of movement and really challenge what you've been told about yourself when it comes to movement. And we are going to be doing 3 practices where we'll have reflection after each one. And that time is going to be a really special time for you to dive deep and look inward and see what scripts that you've had growing up, what labels, what stories based off of your conditional layering, whether it was in your home, in your city, maybe religious background. There's so many boxes and layers to this. And so use that as an opportunity to really get curious. Curiosity is one of my favorite words because it is really what sets the tone for our ability to self-study and then to grow. So that's it. With that being said, do I have your permission to lead you today and to guide you and facilitate this piece? And if yes, you can do a thumbs up or nod your head. And then if not, we can chat about it. One of these days, somebody's going to say no, and I don't know what I'm going to do then. Just really quick, the slide here, I like looking at the definition of words, and movement means to change position, a physical location, or a state. And so today we're really going to focus on, obviously we're going to be doing all of that, but really focusing on when we need to change our state of being, whether it's our physical body, whether it's our energetic body, whether it's our mind and our headspace, whether it's our belief system, and then whether it's our emotional state. So I do teach from a yoga philosophy lens, and what I just explained to you were the kosha. There's 5 layers of ourself. And so really being able to identify in any given moment, if you're in a state of suffering, where is it coming from? And then how can we use movement to change that state, whether it's acute and right there in front of you, or whether it's through time and through practice. So yes, okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide, please. Again, yep, I already shared all that. Cool. Okay, awesome. So I love this quote by Vanda Scaravelli. I might be saying her name wrong. She says, movement is a song of the body. And I wanted to just give you a bit of my background. I grew up, I have 4 sisters, and I'm the 4th. And this is when we used to live in East LA, and we had this really giant, big green rug. At least it felt really big to me. And I don't know how many of you used to watch the Olympics. I loved it every single year, the gymnastics Olympics. And so I would pretend that that big green giant square was my floor. And so I would go from corner to corner and put my arms up, and I would combine all these crazy cartwheels. I would spin on my head. I would dance, whether it was music or no music. I took up so much space. And actually, I got to get my hands on it. My oldest sister would record a lot, and she videoed me doing it. So I know there's a video floating around there of me doing that. But I just was so carefree, didn't care who was watching. It didn't matter. I just knew that I loved movement, and my body craved to move in this way. But somehow down the line, that feeling got stripped away from me because of the different scripts, like I said, that I heard, whether it was family or friends or just the outside world. And it was things like, oh, she doesn't have rhythm, or she's the smart one, you got to stick to academics, and you're an athlete. And so that's what I did. I was like, all right, I guess gymnastics and dancing is not for me. And at least I got to embody movement through sports. And so I did. I played 3 sports a year from when I was 6 all the way through high school. And that's where I did thrive, and I was competitive, and it was fun, and I got to embody strength and power and speed. And so I'm really, really grateful for that. However, mixed with different things, I also developed an eating disorder and disordered eating from about 8th grade. And then it's just an ongoing journey still to this day. And so my body had a lot of harm done. I did a lot of harm physically, mentally, emotionally, again, all of those layers. And so movement wasn't so much about moving freely and because it brought joy to my body, but now movement became a punishment because it needed to look and feel a certain way. Ooh, I'm starting to get emotional already. By the way, if you cry, we don't say sorry, we just let it happen. I did not think I was going to get emotional. I always am. Everybody who knows me knows I cry all the time. Okay, I'm gonna take a breath. All right. So this is funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. So movement was, something that I did to punish myself versus something that I did because it felt so good for my soul. And then came along yoga, and I got to go to my first yoga class. And what kept me going back to this class was it was really challenging. It was for me, it was a competitive thing with myself. Like, ooh, I want to get into this challenging arm balance and this really cool inversion, and I want to bend my body and twist. So I started to feel this element of what I used to do as a child. It kind of started to get combined with also the competitiveness. But what was a physical practice, eventually I went through all of the layers. It became an energetic, a mental. It started to challenge my beliefs and update my beliefs of who I am. And then it also really nurtured my spiritual walk with God and really understanding the divinity within me. And so that's really where I started this radical self-love journey, was on my yoga mat and through this practice. And it continues to be a discipline to this day, every day, moment to moment, moving through all of the stories and scripts, as I said. And the way I approach this is through my education with kinesiology. So what I know about anatomy and physiology and our nervous system, yoga philosophy, as I mentioned earlier, trauma sensitivity for myself, because we've all experienced trauma. And then also decolonization, I've been able to dive into that as well. And so that's the framework of what I'm going to be bringing you today from those different lenses. All right, so that's it. That's a little bit about my story. We're gonna dive right in. If anything came up for you when I was sharing, have a piece of paper and a pencil nearby, or even use your phone in your notes and write words down, write images or draw images down, write feelings that come up, sensations in your body, anything, put it down on a piece of paper. Um, so yes, my intention for today is for you to experience 3 practices like I talked about, and it's going to be discharging, it's going to be intuitive, and then it's going to be restorative. And so I'll give you a nice full journey of what I do on a weekly basis. And I want you to walk away feeling inspired, knowing that movement and wellness can be very, very accessible. It doesn't have to be this really big thing and this huge commitment. It could be something you tap into anywhere, anytime. Cool. All right. So let's get started. The first one that we're going to talk about is discharging movement. And this is one of my favorite verses. It says, "For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind." And sound mind is the big one here. And I want you to just keep that in mind, because a lot of our suffering comes from fear. In yoga philosophy, the root of suffering is called abhinivesha, which means fear. Fear of death, fear of losing control, fear of letting others down, fear of not being enough, fear of the unknown, fear of not being able to provide financially, fear of survival, quite frankly, especially with our current climate in 2020 with COVID and with just the racial climate, especially as a person of color. And in addition to all of that, combined with our ancestral transhistorical trauma. So we are carrying a lot of fear, not only in our mind, but also in our body. And our body doesn't know the difference between real fear. It doesn't know the difference between perceived fear, between possible fear, or imaginative fear. I'm going to say those again. So it doesn't know the body between real fear, perceived fear, possible fear, and imaginative fear. Our nervous system is going to respond the exact same way with those 4 types of fear. And again, I want you to continue to think about how much of this is in our mind. And then it doesn't just stick in our mind, it moves through all those other layers of ourself. When we look at our nervous system, what fear does is it starts to kick on our fight, flight, or freeze. And so this can turn into a depression and anxiety cycle. I know that it does for me. This can affect our relationships and how we are responding to our loved ones at home. And then it also manifests, as we know, into physical illness. So Resmaa Menakem, he wrote My Grandmother's Hands. This is a really wonderful book. If you get a chance to put your hands on it, you can go through it slowly. It has a bunch of embodiment practices. He talks about when we're in this state, there's 2 things that we can do. One of those things is actually settling our nervous system by breathing and grounding, the way that Ashley so graciously took us through. She's amazing, by the way. And that is a way for us to settle our nervous system, and then also resourcing. So if we're coming from a trauma background, resourcing is something that we do with our mind, the beautiful power of our mind, to reach for a resource of a space, of a time, of anything that makes you feel safe. So the title is the author. The title is My Grandmother's Hands, and then Resmaa Menakem. And I might be saying his name wrong. Yes, thank you. So that settling is one way. The second way is activation or discharging, which is what we're going to do today. So there's so many different ways for us to discharge our body, and what it is are things like exercise. So any type of exercise, whether you're doing Zumba or CrossFit or going on a bike ride or sprinting, whatever it is that is exercise for you. I like to now call it movement. Sports. And sports is like more competitive sports. So playing something like golf or bowling, that's not going to discharge fear from your body the way it would if you played like soccer or basketball, where you're sprinting and doing these big grand movements. Dancing, of course, which we're going to do today. And then what my favorite one is just following your body's natural urges, which we're also going to do today. So the other big one here is yoga asana. And so this depends on the style. If you're going to like a restorative yoga class, which is what we're going to do at the end of today, that's going to be settling the nervous system. What if you're going to go to like a sculpt class or vinyasa power flow, that would be something more that's discharging. So just being really mindful of, if you're in a state of fear, then maybe not going to a restorative class, but going to a more upbeat class to actually get that fear out of your body is really important. Because when you go to something that's more gentle, what you're doing is you're actually gathering prana. Prana means life force or energy. So you're gathering it into your body because we're using our prana it's all over the place. So that's what is so beautiful about yoga asana, is that it brings all the prana back in. However, when our nervous system is in this fear, fight, flight, or freeze mode, we actually need to do the opposite, and we need to disperse the energy out, and we need to let it all out. So I just really want you to understand the difference between those two. Am I in a state where I need to gather prana, gather energy? Do I need to settle in? Do I need to breathe, ground, and resource to a safe place? Or am I needing to activate? Because we know when our body's in fight or flight, our blood is moving to our arms and our legs, and we need to act like we are fighting off a lion, which is what it initially was for. So that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to start off with discharging movement. We're going to get activated, and you can stand up. You can also use your chair too. No, wait, not for this one. We'll use our chair for the next one. I'm going to take off my socks so I don't slip even though it's cold. Yay. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is roll the shoulders around, roll your neck, your head, do anything that your body's naturally wanting you to do in this moment. Moving your limbs around. And then we're going to do this countdown of shaking our limbs, our right arm, left arm, right leg, left leg, it doesn't matter, right or left. I do this with my kiddos. One of my friends taught me this, her name's Patricia. So we're going to shake out our arm, and we're going to count down from 10 to 0 for each limb. And we're going to go down to 9 and do it again, and then 8 and then 7 and keep going. So you'll get it. So we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're not counting, do it with me. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can say it loud. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now go ahead and just keep shaking it out. Move your body. Good. And then just take a moment, come into mountain shape. Hold your hand on your heart and your belly. Feel the movement of your breath. Feel your energy dispersing. Feel your blood circulating. Feel your heart beating. We're going to say out loud, I'm safe. I can. I'm safe. Say it nice and loud. I can. I'm safe. I can. We'll do it 7 more times. I'm safe. I can. 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 Last time. I'm safe. I can. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in and a big audible exhale out. Good. We're going to do our next song, our Beyonce. All right. So you're just going to do star pose, so wide stance here, and then come down into goddess. You can bring your hands to heart or out to the side. We're just going to go up and down. Breathing in, breathing out, going at your own pace, your own rhythm. Heating up the body, taking up space. We're gonna start to add a breath here. So on the breath, on our reach up, big breath in, and then go, ha. Okay, so inhale, ha. Ha. Exhale. Ha. 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 Now move around. Take it out. Go hard. Go big. Whatever it is you want to do. You can bounce. You can go from corner to corner. You can do whatever you'd like, or you can join me again back from that star to goddess. And imagine right now kind of bringing that energy in. Now we're gonna disperse it out. Ha! Get loud. Ha! 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 Maybe even slam the ground. Ha! You're a lioness, a warrior. Around. Feel that energy dispersing. You are safe. You can. I'ma keep on running, 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves. Woo! All right, find your mountain shape for just a moment and think about what is a shape that represents being really strong and powerful for you. Maybe it is that star shape. Maybe it is a warrior shape, like you're gonna go fight and you're off into battle. So pick something, maybe close your eyes and just think about feel it actually. What does strength represent for you? So pick that shape. Thinking about your arms, your legs, going into battle. And we're gonna do another mantra call and response, okay? So here we go. Big breath in, audible exhale out. Power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me. Whisper it to yourself. Power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me. 2 more times. Power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me. Say it silently in your head 5 times. Out loud 3 more times. Really loud, as you can. Power within me, courage within me, strength within me, power within me, courage within me, strength within me. Last time. Power within me, courage within me, strength within me. Big breath in, sweep it all up, and then exhale. All right. Thank you. Go ahead and take a moment, grab your journals and reflect. This is your opportunity to journal what is showing up in your physical body right now, your energetic body, what thoughts and beliefs are present for you, maybe through that practice. Identify an emotion that came up, and again, use words, images, and sensations. okay. You can continue to take as much time as you need if you still want to journal. We're going to move into intuitive movement next. I think I have a slide for this one. What has happened, you know, living in a patriarchal world ran by politics, religion, broken systems. Oh my goodness, the name of the person who says this is drawing a blank. I think her name is Nicole something. She is the podcast host for 1619. Nicole Johnson, is that correct? Anyways, she says, instead of saying broken systems ran as originally designed, right? Super powerful. And so when you think about that, we live in this type of world, we've lost sense of our intuitive knowing, our primal knowing. And yes, thank you, Nicole Hannah Jones. Perfect. So toxic masculinity has poisoned our beliefs. We've forgotten how to tune in and trust our intuition. We mistake it often for fear, what we just talked about, and anxiety. And so to embody intuitive movement, what needs to happen is we need to slow down. We are just always going. Even signing up for something like this is so hard for us because we're so used to doing all the things. We need to lower the outside volume down. We need to turn off the TV. We need to turn off social media. I need to even turn off my group chats because I love my group chats. Sometimes I got to turn that off. Got to get present with our current reality and go inward. So in other words, mindfulness. And then doing that again, the breathing and the grounding. So this is how we can really tap into our intuitive knowing and get out of our headspace. So you can consider yourself, like when you are deciding what to eat or where to go or what you want, how much of the time are you in your headspace versus can you come from that, your gut, just like knowing in your heart what feels right for you. I love what Taylor Wolfram says here. The best kind of movement is the kind that feels good for you. Only you know what feels good for your body. This is really important because when, especially at least I'll speak for myself, growing up playing sports, you know, you do what coach says goes, right? And then depending on your parents and the way you grew up, it's like what they say goes. So it's just a matter of obedience and just following all of the things. And so when I started my yoga asana journey, this was my first time where I heard a teacher say, you know, listen to your body. I'm like, oh, well, what does that even mean? And so listening to your body means that, oh, I don't have to do something just because all the people next to me are doing it or because somebody is telling me to do it. And again, from a trauma-informed lens, it's really about making everything an invitation. So everything we're doing today, again, is an invitation. I'm facilitating the space. I'm going to guide you, but really you're your own teacher and you need to listen to your body and do what feels good for you. And so this is about movement, but we can also look at this through our breath. We can do self-touch. That's a really great way to know what we need, is touching our actual shoulders, our heart space, our ribs, our belly, our legs, our toes, touching our entire body, getting out into nature, talking out loud, journaling. Resma also talks about the need to metabolize our experiences. So whether that's through a therapist or through, you know, if you have accountability groups, really high quality, meaningful relationships, again, talking out loud or journaling. These are all ways for us to tap into our intuitive knowing. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to the actual practice. I want to share this other quote by Adrienne Marie Brown. She wrote, "Pleasure activism. I want to be in the beautiful dance with what's dancing within me." So we're going to change gears here and we're going to take it a little bit slower. I'm going to take you first through a practice and then we're going to do your own thing. So just so that you know what to expect. Now, this one, it can be on a chair. So if you want to do this one on a chair, please do so. Otherwise, you can go ahead and stand on up and we can get started with our first song. It's too good, right? Yeah, okay. All right, so we'll sweep our arms up, grab onto your left wrist and reach it on over to the right. Coming back up to center and go the other way. Grab onto your other wrist and lean over to the side. We're gonna keep it moving nice and slow. go at your pace, at your rhythm. You might continue to reach through your wrist, or you might start to bring one arm down, another arm up and over, maybe look to the floor. Side to side, connecting with your breath. Remember, there is no wrong or right here. There's no good or bad. There's no should or shouldn't. It's intuitive and it's what feels good. Take your right arm back, left arm back. Maybe you go forward if you'd like. Inhaling up. And then exhale, sit like you're coming down into a chair, bringing your hands into your body, looking down, and then inhale right back up. And exhale, bringing it in. Breathing in. And out. Taking up space and going inward, this balance, this harmony of both. Got me on flight, so it seems, and I still can't get across to you. And coming back to stand, start to warm up our hips a little bit. These external rotations of our thighs. Going again as slow or as quick as you want. Maybe adding your arms too. Really adding some control a little bit, maybe doing big movements. It's really up to you. Coming back to center, we're gonna do our left to the side, rotate to the side, and then send your right arm up, and then come back to center. Right leg, right arm, turn towards the right, send the left arm up. Just doing it like that. Big stretch. Right arm, right leg. Rotate to the right. Left arm's up. Bending your arm up and adding that baby back bend. On this next one, we're going to add a recoil. So left arm, extend the right arm up, and then bring it back in like we did earlier, and come back up to center. Right arm, right leg, rotate to the right, send the left arm up, bring it inward, and then roll back to center and come right back up. Again, this is an invitation. Anything goes. Let your body move like water. And act like you're moving through mud, so nice and slow and gentle. You can take it last time. And then come back to center. Hand to heart and belly again. And we're gonna actually hold on the song for a moment and move through another mantra. And I want you to pick a shape that feels feminine and intuitive for you. So I have 2 boys and I have a daughter. And my girl always moves her hip to the side and will like move. So this is my freedom shape, is doing my little Keely girl. So you might choose anything that feels feminine, intuitive, what feels good for you. So choose something. And again, big breath in, audible exhale out, and then a call and response. Make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me. Divine. We'll say that one again. Make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me. Divine. Make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me, feminine. Again, make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me, feminine. Again, make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me, intuitive. Make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me, intuitive. Make way. I am here. I have arrived. I take up space. This is me, free. Make way. I have arrived. I am here. I take up space. This is me, free. Big breath in, bigger breath out. Ashley's going to turn on our next song, and this is your opportunity to be you, to be feminine, to be divine, to be intuitive, to be free. Just move your body like nobody's watching, like nobody cares. Total free flow.
Can't see the forest for the trees. So will you wait for me? Do you wait for me? Do you wait for me? My evergreen. Standing at the water's edge, the Mississippi's overflowing. Hold your current in my hands. You bring the meaning to my moments. Oh, I can see the forest for the trees. So will you wait for me? Will you wait for me?
Notice if you've been in the same spot.
Will you
I
wait
think you can really take up space.
for me? My evergreen. Can't see the forest for the trees. Oh, I feel so hopeless against the street. So will you wait for me, my evergreen? I know it's just as hard in heaven. So will you wait for me, my evergreen? I know it's just as hard. My evergreen, evergreen, my
Ah, so beautiful. I love it. Take a moment and just do some self-touch on your shoulders, your neck, your heart, your belly. I've had 3 babies, and I've carried a lot of fear and tension in this belly. This is one of my big practices, is to let my belly go and love in it. You know, when you're ready, you can take some time to reflect and to journal. What does intuitive movement bring up for you? Again, the same reflection as before, physically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, all of the things.
Don't want to talk about it more. Just wanna make you happy. I'll take care of you, make you happy. What you need, I got the time. So don't you worry about it, know just what to do to make you happy. What you need, I got the time. So don't you worry. Hide in the shade of the money, you know. Time is for no one to assume. Walls to make them better. But let's not talk about it. Oh, just wanna make you happy. I'll take care of you, make you happy. What you need, I got the time. So don't you worry about it. Oh, just what to do to make you happy. What you need, I got the time. I really wanna show your smile to the world. Worth more than a million. I'll give you my all. I really wanna show your smile to the world. Worth more than a million. I'll give you my all. I really wanna show you. I got the time, so don't you worry about just what to do to make you happy. What you need, I got the time. I'll make you happy, won't you tell me?
All right, you can continue to journal as long as you need. We're going to go into our third practice. This is our restorative movement, which is my favorite. I love it so much, especially in this season of my life. This one's a really big one, an important one. We live in a nation with systems that are rooted in capitalism and white supremacy. So that means that we are in a grind culture. Busyness is a status symbol. And especially as women of color, we have the tendency to do invisible labor as mamas, as a business owner. For me, I've experienced it. And so rest is so key because this is actually an act of resistance to these systems. And I love the Nat ministry. They say the rest is a beautiful resistance. It disrupts the lie that we are doing enough, that we aren't doing enough. We are enough. And they also say you don't have to earn rest. And that's one of the scripts that I have is like, oh, I have to earn it. Like, oh, I haven't done enough. There's just not enough things done for me to do it. So I'm unlearning that. I now have updated my beliefs with restorative movement and rest and how important it is to add it into our everyday life. This can look really different. It can be something like what we're going to practice today, which is yoga asana, and we're going to take you through some shapes. At the end of the slides, you'll see our resource page. Gail wrote this really incredible book that breaks down all these movements and talks about trauma from a race-based lens. And so we could do something like that, going to an actual class or finding one online. Or you could do something a lot smaller and shorter. You can simply put your legs up the wall for 15 minutes at the end of the night before going to bed. Sometimes I do it in my bed and I just flip my legs around. Doing something like Yoga Nidra, there's this one on Spotify that's only 13 minutes. We could probably throw it in our resource email. If you do a 45-minute session of Yoga Nidra, which is pretty much a guided meditation that takes you through a body scan and through this whole meditation, they say it's equivalent to 3 hours of sleep. It's really such an incredible practice. Taking a Sabbath, having a day a week, maybe even a half day a week where you don't do any paid work or unpaid work. This has been a big new challenge for me, and it has brought me so much joy because it sets the tone for the rest of the week. Who would have thought that when you take time off, you can be more efficient and productive with the rest of the week? So this is a time for you to do all things that bring you joy and pleasure. So these are just some of the practices. I mentioned my grandmother's hands. He has a bunch of practices in there that you can do that really influence your body at the cellular level. And again, this is about retraining and resettling our nervous system and its response to all the trauma that we've experienced. So this is our restorative movement. Now is the time to get comfy. I'm going to put my socks back on. You might put a sweater on. We are going to lay on the ground. You do not need a yoga mat. If you don't have one, don't fret. Just go on the ground with some blankets or on the carpet. Grab anything like pillows or couch cushion. If you have a bolster, I'm going to move this down so you can see me better. Go ahead and lay on your back. Hugging the knees into your chest. Rocking side to side. Massaging your back. And keep the right knee in and extend your left leg out. We've done a lot of movement. Now it's time for us to settle. Just hold shapes for a longer period of time. You don't have to do anything extra. Let go of any efforts that's bringing any tension. And take the right knee and bring it across the body for a little gentle twist. Nothing intense. Maybe turn your chin to the right. Take it back to center and switch. Take the left leg in and the right leg out. Again, you're hugging and holding it in. Take it across the body for a nice little gentle twist. And take it back to center. Hugging both knees in, we'll roll to our left in a fetal position and gently, slowly push away from the floor to come up, grabbing your bolster, your couch cushion, your pillows, stacking it in front of you, taking the knees wide, and then hugging the bolster, putting your left temple down. Again, looking on the place and then looking at feels good here. If you turn your left, go down this, and also now go to the right.
You're a little muffled. There you go.
Can you hear me? Okay. Turn your right temple to the earth or to the bolster. And slowly lift yourself up. Send both knees to the right. Both knees to the right. And then lay down on your pillow, cushion, or bolster. And notice your body's tendency to continue to add effort. Where can you soften a little bit more? Maybe it's your jaw. Maybe it's your eyelids, your eyebrows, your shoulders, your fingers, toes, your glutes. Letting go of your controlled breath and simply breathing naturally here. Letting the body take over. Gently, we'll switch to the other side before we move to our final shape. So come right back up, bring the knees to the left, and now lay on the right side of the body or more on the right side of your belly, putting your head down. And just here for another minute before we completely shift into our final resting shape. Maybe you like this shape, so maybe you want to stay here longer. Otherwise, you'll actually rotate around and come onto your back again. Actually, you can take any shape. So you can go on your back, maybe put the pillows or bolster under your legs. If you don't have an opportunity to lay on your belly very often, maybe you turn around and go completely face down, prone. Arms by your sides, head down. This is a really quick way to settle the nervous system. You can also move to a wall, and I'll show you what that looks like. And put your butt and your legs up the wall. But pick any restorative last final shape that will allow you to be still for just a few minutes. Once you find that shape, again, soften through the whole body. As Ashley mentioned earlier, trace from the crown of your head, down the arms and fingers, down the torso, legs to the toes. Take a big breath in and a nice big breath out and melt. Without moving your body, simply bring your awareness to the quality and the state that it's in. Notice the movement of your breath. Each inhale and each exhale naturally rising and falling. We'll enter into one of my favorite meditations. In Sanskrit, it's called HYDS, which means loving kindness. Right now, in the privacy of your mind, think of a loved one, somebody that brings you so much joy. Maybe it's a baby, maybe it's a pet. But imagine what it would be like to be right next to them, face to face. And imagine yourself whispering to them, may you be joyful, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering, may you know peace. Notice what that feels like in your body. And bring to your mind a group of people who are suffering right now, a group of people who are in need, big or small. And imagine that you are amongst them, arms reaching out, declaring, may you be joyful, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering, may you know peace. Again, being mindful of what comes up for you. This next one sometimes is a little challenging. Think of a relationship that has some tension in it right now in your life that perhaps is causing you some suffering. It's a little complicated. And can you imagine that person in front of you, eyes to eyes, heart to heart, all things aside, saying, may you be joyful, may you be loved, may you be free from suffering, may you know peace. And thinking about yourself now, offering the same gift to yourself, saying, may I be joyful, may I be loved, may I be free from suffering, may I know peace. Feel the warmth in the entire body as you say that to yourself. And then now, can you give that right back out to all beings, the entire world, past generations, present, and future? May all beings be joyful. May they be free from suffering. May they be loved. May they know peace. When you're ready, you can start to take a deep breath in, inviting more prana and energy back into the body. Wiggling your toes and stretching out like it's the first time you're waking up today. You roll to a fetal position, sliding the body all the way up, coming into a seat, hand over heart. And again, just want to say I'm so grateful to be able to guide you in today's practices. And may we continue to honor our bodies. May we embody movement with grace and love and kindness, whether it's discharging movement, intuitive movement, or restorative movement. One final big breath in and out in gratitude. And out. You can take one last journal reflection of what came up for you for restorative movement, and then we'll be moving into the next slide. Another little piece to add to your journal is, oh wait, no, we're gonna do that afterwards. So we're gonna go into breakout rooms. Okay, that's what it is, my bad. So just journal right now. Anything that felt good in your body, physically, energetically, emotionally, and mentally. think we're going to be going into breakout rooms.
Yes, we are. And thank you so much, Michelle, for the first portion of our workshop. And thank you. Thank you. We're going to now go into our breakout rooms, everyone. Everyone will be assigned to a breakout room with a leader who will ask a few questions. And if possible, we request that everyone please turn your cameras on so that we can see each other. And if you cannot speak out loud, there is an option to enter your thoughts into the chat room. And whatever thoughts you may have that you are unable to speak and put in the chat room, your leader will speak your thoughts or your comments to the group. So let's go into our breakout rooms.
Thank you, Amanda.
I guess we ended too early. There we go.
Back in action. Yay. I think we just had one more slide on my end, right? And a real quick thing for y'all to journal before we do have opportunity for everybody to share, if anybody wants to share, is remembering your why and writing down I move because, and then write down why you move for your mind, why you move for your body, and why you move for your spirit. I just put a little example here. My mind, I see more clearly and holistically. When I move my body, I feel strong and fluid. When I move my spirit, I feel I'm reminded of who I really am at my core. So write your own reasons why, and maybe put it up on a sticky note, put it on your phone as a reminder, as a cue every single day to add some type of movement. I loved in our group, somebody shared, even if it's just 5 minutes at the beginning of the day or the end of the day in solitude, and doing some of the intuitive stuff. And then, yeah. I think that's it for me.
All right. Thank you, Michelle, so much for leading such a beautiful embodied movement workshop. I feel so, I don't know. This is a word that we had going around in our training, like so yummy, right? I just feel so yummy. So thank you so much. And we're going to do a closing breath. But before we do that, I just want to remind everyone we have a few other things to cover before you leave. So do not leave just yet. We have those resources that are available on the screen, as you can see. So please jot them down. And before we go to our closing breath with Ash, we're going to talk about so what now, and then we also have our raffle winners. So do not leave, because you may have won a swag bag for today, and then we're going to do our closing comments, and then we will release you for the rest of the day. So let's move on to Ashley for our closing breath.
Awesome. Thank you so much. As Amanda said, that was yummy. Thank you so much, Michelle. We've already done a lot of awareness building today, and getting to join the systems of our mind and body is really special. And so hopefully it may be a little bit easier to close down the eyes, but if you'd like to, as we did before, you're more than welcome to set your gaze on things and look around your room, find the sense of safety. And when you're ready, you can start to close down your eyes in a comfortable position, whether that is seated or maybe even laying down, if you really liked that Shavasana feeling. Embrace this stillness in your body. And maybe even allowing the chatter of the mind to settle. Noticing where your body merges with the earth. And just start to trace the inhalations through the nose and the soft exhale out of the mouth. Embracing this connection that we've cultivated. And take 3 more breaths here. Maybe even noticing where in your body you're experiencing your breath. It can be in your chest. Sometimes people feel it in their ribs or belly. So you need to just notice how your body is responding to the act of your breath. And as we did in the beginning of our day today, we'll take another body scan. Just a consistent body scan from the top of the head all the way down to the tip of your toes. And this time, as you trace your form with your mind's eye, can you allow a wave of grace, gratitude, and curiosity wash over you? Tracing this wonderful body of yours. Giving thanks. Thank it for all that it's done and for the miracle that it is. As you continue to make your way down, allow for any sensations to arise. And once you get to the tip of your toes, take a deep breath in through the nose. Hold the breath at the top. Keep holding here, maybe noticing a sensation of light airiness. And then let it all go, letting the breath just fall out of the mouth. Completely releasing every ounce of breath you have within you, bottoming out on your exhale until you have no more left in you. And taking this pause in between your exhale and your next inhale. Embracing the depth, the weightiness, this anchored sense. Draw in a new breath. And then begin to breathe naturally. Just noticing the rhythm. And as we go throughout our day today, can we take these wonderful tools with us? Maybe using the next few moments to visualize ourselves well. To visualize wellness in our mind, our body, and our spirit. What does it look like? And if actually creating a vision feels challenging, maybe what does it feel like to be well? Can you settle in this space for just one more minute? embracing all the sensations that arise. What does it mean to be well? May you carry this sense without you or throughout your day. You begin to acknowledge your needs and how you can continue to cultivate the sense of wellness. Whenever you're ready, you can begin to invite any amount of gentle movement into your body. Maybe dropping your chin to your chest, swaying side to side, maybe brushing your thumbs against your fingertips or wiggling your toes. If you'd like to, you can even reach your arms above head. Take whatever you need to help emerge from this stillness. You can lightly flutter open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a blessing to share in this moment with you.
Thank you, Ash. So what do we do now that we've unearthed all of our feelings, everyone? We come together every couple of months as a community to spend time getting in touch with ourselves and one another to ask the question, how are you doing? How you doing, sis? And take time to really hear the answer. We learn some skills, but we don't pretend to have the solutions for the heaviness that may come up in these sessions, but we do have one another. We have one another. We have resources for those who want them. We have guides, we have leaders, we have helpers, ancestors helping us through. We are grateful for the chance to be vulnerable with you. So grateful, and hold space for one another. We also will be sending out some favorite therapeutic resources. We dropped some already in the chat today, and we'll email them to you in case anyone would like to have a little bit more information. So now we're going to announce our raffle winners, and Britt is going to be sending out an email to everyone. She's a part of our How You Doing Sis team, just to let you know the deets about how you can get your swag bag. So let's have a virtual drum roll. Our winners for today are Debbie White, Cindy Roberts, and lastly, but not least, Crystal Jones Bacon. Yes, girl, you won. So one of our team members will be sending out the details and how we can get the swag bag to you. But thank you so much for staying with us just to receive this special little thing that we have for each one of you. So we're going to close out, but before we do, I would like to thank Michelle for doing such an amazing work today and guiding us. And we want to thank Ashley for the breath work as well. And we want to thank all of you who have shared your hearts today and your spirits with us. And of course, we want to thank our How You Doing Sis team for bringing us such amazing events that is so fully for the body, just brings us so much joy and just puts us back into a place where we are ready and able to receive everything, as I say, that God has for us as women. So we'll be presenting some information to you via email today. You can also check out United Yoga videos to find Michelle and Ash and leading you into some beautiful practices that I have come to embrace and love. And we're going to go around, so please take yourself off mute. This is an opportunity for everyone to come off mute right now. And Michelle had a lot of beautiful mantras in her workshop today, but one that really spoke true to my heart that I believe speaks totally to everyone here during this event in this space is make way. And I don't know about you, but I've been feeling kind of stuck, and I feel so centered and balanced today that I am making way. I'm like If these stools were people, move out of the way. I'm making way, girl. I am making way. So I want us to repeat with one another this beautiful mantra. Let's say, you ready? Here we go. Make way.
Make way.
I am here.
I am here.
I have arrived.
I have arrived.
I take up space.
I take up space.
This is me.
This is me.
Divine.
Divine.
The next one. Make way.
Make
Make way.
Here.
I am here.
I have arrived.
I have arrived.
I take up space.
I take up space.
This is me.
This
This is me.
Feminine.
Feminine.
Make way.
Make
way.
I am here.
I am here.
I have arrived.
I have arrived.
I take up space.
I
take up space.
This is me.
This is me.
Intuitive. Let's say it. Make way.
Make
I
way.
am here.
I am here.
I have arrived.
I have arrived.
I take up space.
I
Take up space.
This is me.
this
This is me.
me.
Free.
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 So, girl, you are here. Let them know you are here. Take up your space. Don't let anyone take up your space. You are here. You're divine. You're feminine. You're intuitive, and you are free. So we bless you today to have an amazing day, to be free to be you, and just embrace every part of you and have embodied movement. And girl, let your light shine.
Yes.
Love it.
Thank you.
Have an amazing day. Take care. Be well.
Thank you.
Yay, thanks, Amanda. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.